The topic of tonight is pointers to a bad marriage.
What are the things that make you know this marriage is not a good marriage?
Pointer number one is wrong foundation.
Wrong foundation.
Yes.
Go
What
ahead.
do you mean by that?
Wrong foundation is you did not start your marriage on a right footing.
And that is, I think, the mother of them.
I think that's the backbone.
I know.
That's the backbone.
Yeah.
Because once you make a mistake from the onset,
Yes.
the thing is going down. The thing is going down.
Yeah.
And sometimes, this is the reality, you might salvage very little.
Yeah.
You might salvage very, very little. Most of the time, what happens is you find when there's a bad marriage,
Yeah.
the foundation contributed.
Nowadays, people are moving in together. Na hata hawajui wazazi. You don't
Correct.
even know if this man has another wife, if this woman has like 3 children back at home. Some of these mistakes. So foundation is very key, and it is one of the things that has contributed to a bad marriage.
Bad marriage.
It has contributed, and we were doing the weighing on the weighing scale, and we were looking at, for instance, look at a marriage that got a challenge that had the right foundation. 90% of the time they overcome the challenges.
Correct. True.
And a marriage that had a wrong foundation, like 20% is the survival rate. 80% chances ni hiyo marriage haitawahi work.
And you see why in the old times,
Yeah.
in our parents' days, or probably our most of, let's say, our grandparents' days,
Yeah.
marriages stood. Was not exactly because there was much love.
No.
Because you'll find some of them are little baby.
Yeah.
But you discover the price they paid for that lady makes the woman feel I want to stay.
Yeah, and even
Make-
the man
yeah.
feel I don't want to lose.
Yeah, I paid
My inputs.
50 goats.
Yeah.
No, I paid that 20 cows. Like, also, you find if you weigh the marriages that went to the altar, we're talking about good marriages, right?
Yeah,
marriages,
white
and
wedding.
the people went to the white wedding, they got married probably, and if possible, they got married without having sex before.
Yeah.
You know, now these people sometimes will get married because they've been sleeping together.
Yeah.
So there's no value of that person.
As we talk about wrong foundations, what are some of the wrong foundations you would say are wrong foundations?
Number one,
Sex before marriage.
sex before marriage.
Yeah.
The moment you sleep with that person,
Yeah.
you have spoiled it. That is the first thing.
Yeah.
Because sex is an altar you raise.
Yeah.
Sex is the bonding zone. Sex is that thing, is the consummation of, should be the consummation of marriage.
Yes.
So Bible says the bed defiled, the bed of marriage defiled. It should not be defiled. The moment you sleep with someone before marriage is a wrong foundation.
Absolutely.
Hata uniambie nini, it's a wrong foundation.
Yeah.
And what will happen is that marriage will have crisis. You people, you will fight.
Let me just say that one of the things that is the trap of the devil now, and it is a trap against marriages in the future to destroy marriages, is sex before marriage.
Correct.
See it anyhow you want to see it. It is the trap that the devil is using now. Na anaitumia na ile angolea don't care attitude. Some of those that are having sex before marriage are girls in church who know that it is wrong to have sex before marriage with a man and then move in. So this is what I usually tell ladies, and I tell ladies both married and the single. As a lady, you have more power to say no to sex.
And they're the ones saying yes.
And you see now, when you say no, the pursuit of that man wanting to settle down with you in marriage, the right way, will be added.
And he will value in the future.
Foundation number 3 is pity.
Never marry because of pity or a payback.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Because somebody has stood with you. It's like what most women do. You find because the man has been so nice to you, taking care of you, helping you here, you sleep with him.
Yeah.
You know you don't love him.
Jesus.
No, those are some of the sub reasons.
Yeah.
In wrong foundation.
Yeah.
You end up marrying someone because of pity.
Yeah.
This man is struggling, he's so nice to my kids. It's not my type. I don't feel it because he's so nice to the kids. And those mistakes many women do.
Yes.
Oh, this lady helped me in school. You know, we were friends, so you hook up.
Yeah.
Start living together. Then now 10 years later.
Yeah.
Hey, you're fed up. You want to run away.
Yeah. You can never live with someone for pity.
Correct.
Or in circumstances of pity. Because what pity does, it Aisha.
You stop pitying.
It does not last. It will not last. It does not last. It will last for some years, but at the end of the day, rubbing shoulders with each other in the house will eventually bring out the real you. Uyo kawoye will end. Eventually it will end. And number 5 wrong foundation is for convenience's sake.
Yes.
Like the one I told you of. The one was saying, me, I don't love him. It was, because during COVID season, I lost my job. And, he decided to help me. I moved in, but I'm waiting to be healed. Nangoja kupona nitoke.
Then nipone uone.
Yeah.
Atastuka hivi kwa peke yake.
Imagine. So that one was someone who absolutely got married for convenience sake.
Yes.
Lost a job. Ako Nairobi. He has to survive. So she got this guy, and this guy was willing to do what? House her. And eventually, right now her eyes have opened up to the reality of that. Thank God she didn't have a child. But still is wrong. You kutumia mtu.
Or you find you're dating,
yeah.
Then during COVID, one of your partners lost a job,
yeah.
And then because you're dating, you're like, okay, let's live together to avoid paying 2 houses.
Yeah.
Why don't we join forces? We stay in one house.
Yeah.
For convenience sake.
For convenience.
You are paying rent. That's it. You're done. You're done.
Yeah.
Kidogo, pregnancy. Kidogo. You have entered another thing that you never thought or you never wanted. Wrong foundation.
Wrong foundation. And you are going to pointer number 2 is marrying an unbeliever.
Hapo ndio watu wengi upotea. And let me tell you, many women are suffering or crying because of that.
Yes.
Most of them. Let me tell you, the Bible says, do not be equally yoked with unbeliever.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there is no 2 way to that.
Hakuna.
2 way to that, hakuna. What the Bible says, it does not mix itself like there is an option B. When you're 40, you can take an unbeliever.
No.
When you're 50, you can take an unbeliever. Open your eyes to the reality of that if you marry an unbeliever, you are a believer yourself. You leave the church na unaenda kuchukua mtu kwa bar. There is no way water can mix with oil.
It cannot. It's not
it
possible.
Is impossible.
It is not possible.
You are setting up yourself for a bad marriage while you're seeing and convincing yourself that I'm going to fast and pray for this guy hadi aokoke.
If you both of you are not born again and then you got saved,
yeah.
And your husband is still not born again, Bible gives you 2 options.
Yeah.
You can leave him if you have no grace to stay with him, or you can stay with him as God will change him.
Yeah.
If you feel you love this man, I can't leave him, you can stay with him.
Yeah.
So you find another thing that happens is for those people maybe both of you are born again, yeah. And one backslid. You have another same option.
Yeah.
For this second one, the only way you can leave is when it becomes an infidel.
Yeah.
It becomes very is going out.
Yeah.
Or 2 is that they decided completely he doesn't want God. He has gone to the other world.
Yeah.
So you can say, me, I'm done.
Yeah.
That on that basis you have grace to come out.
Yeah.
And not because that you're born again and he's not born again and you leave.
Yeah.
And he's a good man. No, it's on the basis that this man, both of us are born again, but now he has defected from Christ. He has joined the other world, and now he's doing what? Immorality. Then you can pull out. Yeah. Without that, you stand there and pray for him.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and for me, I would advocate if he had a walk with God, it's easier to pull them back.
Very easy.
It's easier to pull him back. It's easier to pull her back to God. Because ni kuteleza. For me, at that particular time, I advise, stay. Pray for them. Unless it gets so bad that your life is being threatened, and the life of your children, that you'll need to walk out. But zingine tu ni mtego za dunia, some of these things could be, it's something that has just swayed the person, your wife or your husband, away from God. But that one is easier to pray for back. Now the one who is kizungumkuti is this one who marries. Beyond your knower. Yeah?
This girl is a party animal.
Yeah, you should not be unequally yoked. And wewe mwenyewe umejibeba bubu umeingia kwa nyumba. Kenya utaonea huko already ushaanza kuona.
Mtu ni.
Yeah, you will cry with one eye while one is open. The other one is just pouring tears like flowing. You will wonder what happened to the grace I had for he will change. I will pray for him, he will change in marriage. If that man has not been changed by God before marriage, don't lie to yourself that you're the one now to become the Holy Ghost. Yes. To change him at home.
You cannot.
Because changing him before marriage is much easier than changing him at home.
At home.
Why? Because already kwa nyumba kuna hiyo familiarity. akuamini, akusikizi,
Ashakuzoea.
mnakosana, ashakuzoea. So when you're preaching Jesus to him before marriage is much easier than preaching Jesus to him in the house. Number 3 is ignoring red flags.
Yes.
Yeah.
For when you ignore what is there.
Yeah. These red flags reveal themselves so that you run.
Yes.
When you ignore them, the consequences of the red flags, you will sing to the tune of the song in the house.
Correct.
And probably you are right now.
And one of them also I realized.
Yeah.
Is when the man or the woman is so much in a hurry to marry like yesterday.
Yeah. It's also a red flag.
You've just met.
Ni nini anatoroka?
Let's get married next week.
Yeah.
Just come in, move in.
Yeah.
We can arrange our wedding when we're living together.
Yeah.
It's a red flag.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, lady that is so much focused on your pocket.
Every time you meet, you must give an offering.
Yeah. Amekuwa priest, collector, tax collector.
You meet this girl, she's always collecting from you.
Yeah.
Do you know nowadays women go for men with money?
Yes.
Who said men with money are the right men? Kuna wengine wakugu ni broke mpaka wamekuwa brokers.
Yeah.
Some of them are so genuine.
Yeah.
You know? So you're going for a man, and men, be careful. Any woman that babe, give. Babe, I want. Babe, when? Babe, send. Gasi imeisha. I can't live with a man who can't pay my rent.
Na si ako kazi, alikuwa anaishiaje bila wewe?
Na alikuwa job, hata kama kwa job. Kwani alikuwa anakuja kuja ndio ulipege bills. Matter of fact, let me tell men like this. A woman that comes so you can settle her bills is not in love with you.
Is a red flag.
It's a red flag.
Yes.
Run.
Yeah.
If you're to give a woman money, a lady money, it's because you feel you should.
Yeah.
Not because she has asked.
Yes.
One thing about marriage, people might not know, is that you need to fight for marriage.
Absolutely.
Marriage yako, you have children. Inside, you have invested 15 years. You have invested probably your resources. You have invested your time. The rest, your ideas. Probably the way the man is. You are with him from the scratch.
Your marriage will work. There are marriages out here that are working. Hata kama uko katikati ya moto. It is possible that that man can change, that woman can change, and your marriage can become a good one. It is the will of God that marriages should work. It is the will of God that children should be raised in an atmosphere of where the father is, where the mother is. So fight for your marriage. Fight for it in prayer. Fast. Take fasts over it. Come for, impartation, whereby we have the man of God praying for you, I praying for you. And eventually that devil that wants homes to break shall be defeated. Your home will stand.
One thing is, as long as you're in the marriage, look at the wrong foundation and correct it. God bless you.
Shalom.
See you next time.
Bye.